Thank you for joining me today. As you know, the 2020 school year is just right around the corner, and the transition back to school this year might look different than it has in the past. So today, I just want to share a few things that you can do as a parent to help your child transition back to school. And the first one is to get excited. Our children often reflect our feelings and emotions. So get excited about the upcoming school year. Be positive and encouraging, and remember to protect your children from any negative talk or negative news. If your children are returning to public school, arrange for play dates and get-togethers with classmates. This can bring comfort when returning to school, and it helps with academic and emotional adjustment. Visit the school your child is going to be attending. Play on the playground, walk around the building. If the building is open, go inside. Take a little walk through the hallway. Maybe there's going to be a meet the teacher night or an open house that you can participate in as you help your child get ready to return to school. Practice walking to school or standing at the bus stop while you let your child talk about what they're looking forward to this year at school. If your child is homeschooled, maybe they've been homeschooled in the past, or maybe this is going to be the very first year that they're homeschooled. You can get excited about homeschooling. Have your child help you establish the place in your home where they're going to be doing their schooling. Prepare that space. Prepare it together with your child. Make it fun and make it personal and get them excited about this new adventure of homeschooling. Have your child help you set a daily schedule for their school day. The younger children will need more guidance in helping you establish the schedule, and the older children may too, but let them be a part of establishing that daily schedule, and be sure to include some fun activities and some breaks in their daily schedule. So the first thing you can do is to get excited whether your children are going to public school or if they're going to be homeschooled. The second thing you can do is talk about how things are going to look different this year for school with your child, whichever it may be, whether it's public school or homeschooling. How is it going to look different from past years? And validate your child's feelings about these things, whether they're excited or maybe there's some disappointment or some anxiety. Let them talk and just validate how they're feeling, and acknowledge that any new activity or situation can be really hard and sometimes scary at first, but as you get going, it's going to get easier and it's going to be more fun. Allow your child to share openly their thoughts and their feelings. And this is a great time to apply that scripture, James 1:19, that tells us to be quick to listen and slow to speak. Let our children talk without trying to jump on them and correct their feelings, because they need to be able to express how they're feeling. And after you listen, you can talk and give them some encouraging feedback. And remember to talk often and be a great listener and to be encouraging. So get excited. Talk about how things are going to look different. And number 3 is start preparing for this transition. So start getting back to the realistic bedtimes and the realistic wake-up morning routines. Getting those routines back in place would be a great place to start. As we know, sometimes in the summer, those routines kind of fall by the wayside. So a practical idea would be to start getting back to those bedtime and morning routines. If your child is going to public school, there's going to be a few things that they're going to need to get used to depending on your school's safety plan. So I know many schools are going to be requiring students to wear masks. So if your child is not used to wearing a mask at this point, start practicing that with them. Practice wearing their mask and talk about why they're going to need to do that. Talk about healthy habits that they probably already know, about hand washing that is so important now, and the social distancing that's going to be in place at school. So as you prepare for school, talk about the familiar things that they're used to and talk about some new routines that they might see if they're headed back to in-person schooling. So get excited, talk about how things are going to look different, and start preparing for the transition. So be encouraged, parents. You have such a great opportunity to just impress on your children the excitement of getting back to school, and keep it positive and encouraging, as this is going to be a different time for all your kids. So have a great week, and we'll see you next time.